Even like through storytelling, like as long as it still feels like it could possibly be real,
You like it?
I like it, you know. But how's work been, dude?
Good. It's been good.
How's this week been?
Boring and
Boring?
stressful.
What have you been doing?
Well, stressful at work.
Mhm.
They've been putting me to train people the whole time, and it's honestly stressing training people.
Yeah.
Well, it's stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful training people.
I kind of know my answers to all these questions because they were questions I've asked myself, but I've never asked you guys.
Yeah.
And I remember one of them was like, right now, this very moment that we're at, you and I sitting down, talking, having this conversation, you look back at what you've been doing right now, and would you be able to say that you're content with what you're doing?
No, because, like I said, like I don't feel like I've accomplished anything in my life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've moved out ever since I just moved out like 3 months ago maybe.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months. I got a car now. That's about it. But otherwise, like as my main goals that I had for me in my life, where I wish I would have been by now,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't accomplished anything. Not even like one step of it or anything.
Yeah.
So nah, I'm not content.
Something that stuck out to me, and like I had never asked you about it too, was like what made you happy? And do you remember what you told me?
Yeah, seeing others happy.
Yeah.
Seeing the people around me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's just a vibe that they get off, and it's like the vibe that I receive, you know. Because if you're just in a bad mood and you're just all sad, and I'm hanging out with you,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna be sad and like in a bad mood or whatever as well.
Mm-hmm.
As well as like with my family, which is part of the reason again, like I told you that I moved out, was because they were just always in such a negative mood.
Mm-hmm.
They were always like, you know, just with negative thoughts and stuff. So I just brought negativity down to me, you know, and it just like made me lose all hope, like in like me bettering myself, I guess, or whatever, as in me
Mhm.
doing something. Like just with their negativity, it just kept bringing me down and down and down. I was like, okay. And yeah, so like what makes me happy is honestly the people around me being happy.
Which I thought about that, and that was like that was very fucking generous. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've never heard that. Honestly, dude. Like out of any of you guys or like anyone that I've ever met, nobody's ever been like, oh, like I'm happy when others are happy. I know that wouldn't be my answer.
No.
Because it's not. I know what my answer would be, and it's not that at all. But it's like, it's almost as if I wish that would have been my answer, because it's so fucking genuine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think about it. I'm like, yo, like I want you guys to be happy, but like,
That's not ultimately what's gonna make you
that's
happy.
not what makes me happy, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get happy seeing you guys happy, but it's not like how you say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost as if like that's what overtakes your happiness.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think it's fucking great because it's so simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like spreading positivity. That definitely stood out to me for sure. Was just that, like, how simple that idea could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
Simple but powerful.
exactly. Simple but powerful. But it's like a lot for like it's a lot to work for.
Yeah, it really
You
is.
know? Because you can't just.
I can't fix everybody or like make everybody happy.
Right. People like want to say that. I feel like in a way you kind of have to almost like work towards happiness. You can't just like sometimes you could just say, oh, I'm gonna be happy, like I'm in a bad mood or I'm sad, but like sometimes you really have to, in order for me to be happy, I have to be doing productive things, because if I'm just like sitting on my ass all day, that's not gonna make me happy.
Yeah, you definitely have to work. Like, I mean, it all depends again, like what your happiness is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, my happiness is with you guys. Like, it is like seeing you guys happy. Because when Marvin was going through a struggle, I was feeling really bad for him. Like, I really was.
Right.
Like, I was like, geez, like he shouldn't really be going through this. And he was struggling, like going back and forth. And I was just seeing his struggle, and I was like, God.
Mm-hmm.
But like now that I see him like a lot better, like back at his parents' house, and he seems more happy. He seems more calm, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like that just calms me down as well. I'm like, all right, you know, he's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely have to work towards your happiness for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever it is, regardless of whatever like it is, you just
Mhm.
really have to work hard for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How would you define success? What does success mean to you?
Accomplishing the goals that you have set out for yourself. Accomplishing that, and because ultimately, like if you do accomplish your goals, you're you're happy. If you think about it, you do become happy if you accomplish your goals, and because you're being successful in whatever you like set out to be, like set out your life to be, or whatever. But I just feel like success has to do with like accomplishing your goals that you have set out for yourself, and that's it. Because ultimately, success is for you, not for like everybody else, you know.
Right.
So, in order for you to feel success, I feel like you have to accomplish your goals that you have set out for yourself. Or else, if not, you're gonna feel like you failed. To be honest.
So it's just like following through.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a failure as of right now because I have not set out to accomplish any of the goals that like I've set for myself.
And you've had set goals, right? But you just don't.
I mean, I accomplished one, moving out. That was ultimately a goal too, moving out.
Do you think that was always in the back of your mind as like one of your goals is to move out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you just kind of like withheld from it.
I wasn't withholding. I was getting used to the like situation, and I was just like calming down with it, and I was just like I was getting comfortable with my situation, and but it was definitely always a goal of mine to like just move out.
I think that I mean, yeah, we told you that always surprised us as well. Is like the fact that like we would always like say how I didn't think, I don't know about how those guys were saying, but like I didn't think you would move out until like who knows when, like honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were.
I didn't think I was, to be honest, either.
Like that's what it came down to.
I surprised myself that I did it.
It's like maybe back then I'd be like, oh, he'll probably move out when he's like 28 or some shit, or then like it just kept, the years kept passing. I was like, I don't think this guy's gonna move out at all.
Jeez. I would have never thought like once like my birthday started rolling around that all of this was gonna happen. Because like, literally once it hit my birthday, everything just started like rolling, just like going from downhill to uphill, downhill to uphill.
Right.
It was just a big roller coaster, to be honest.
It really is, dude. And you look at it now, and it was just like a small phase in your life. You know what I mean? Like I look at that, I'm like, holy crap! Like this time last year, I was going through something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like looking back at this a year from now, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, this time last year we were doing this.
Yeah.
It's just like small little intervals of our lives, and it's fucking crazy thinking about that. How like you go through. It really is like, it sounds cliche, but you go through little chapters.
It really is. Yeah, it's little chapters in your life, and you just start a new one,
and you don't even know when it ends.
No.
You don't know when it ends.
You don't know when your next chapter is gonna start.
You don't know when it ends, and that's what's crazy. Is like, I've gone through so many, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then like we talk about it, and we look back, and we're like, oh yeah, we were doing that at one point, and then like it just stopped, right? It just stopped, and that's fucking crazy. What motivates you? What keeps you going?
Accomplishing my goals, I guess.
Other than that, because I know you talked on that. But
and like I didn't talk about one of my goals, but one of my goals is also to get my mom a house, like better. And then that's what happens to motivate me too. It's my goals, and like if you go deeper into that, I guess it's just like getting my family out of the situation that we're in, of the struggle. My mom's constantly struggling. I'm constantly struggling. We're not poor because you know there's people like that are like homeless. Those are poor people, you know, but we're not that well off, you know. We're just always constantly struggling, living check by check. I don't want to live check by check, and I want to get my family out of like this poorness. Like I just want to be like middle class, or just well off, and that's it. Just be able to get my mom out of it, and my mom looked back at me like, you know, be proud of me because, you know, I got us out. I was the one that broke the chain, because it's just a chain that my whole family lives. It's just a chain. We're like all just back in the same situation, just over and over again until somebody breaks the cycle, and I want to break that cycle.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. It really is. It's a cycle, and it's like I think about it too, and I could probably say the same thing. It's like, you know, I don't want to be, and it's not. You're not talking down at your like parents, but it's like I want to be hopefully making enough money to support all of them. Yeah. You know.
Same. And I feel like that's why I had to move out too, because just my mom wouldn't let me do anything.
Right.
I couldn't do anything for myself.
And in the long run, hopefully it benefits the both of you guys. Because like right now you could probably say, oh, like, well, he's being selfish, he's only thinking of himself.
Oh yeah, she's definitely like not too happy about the idea.
But hopefully, you know, you guys can both look back at it and be like, okay, you know, you moving out was the best thing for all of us. One thing that definitely stuck out to me, and my mom would always say, like, you know, like, and this is her opinion, but like I also agree with it. She always says that like a person has to like go through the pain and suffering to grow. You know?
That is true.
Like and like I've gone through that shit since she left. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I feel like I'd be really entitled if she would have stuck around. You know, like I would have thought the world was mine, and I would have been like just very boastful and whatnot. Which, like, you know, I think about now, and it's like, yeah, it's true. Like, you have to go through a lot of shit.
That shapes you.
Yeah.
It shapes you. It definitely morphs you to that. Like, it molds you into the person you're gonna be later in the, like, when you grow up even more.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely molds you.
One of my questions, like I said to you guys when I asked you, was like, I remember when I first graduated from high school and I was working at Landscape, just out of the blue, I was like, what's my purpose?
Yeah.
Why am I here? And I found it. And I've always been curious as to know if these guys have found it. Because for me, I think it's very important for someone to be self-aware of why they're here.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, then they're just kind of living. You know what I mean?
They're just
They're just kind of going day by day. And in my eyes, I don't think I'd be able to do that if I didn't have a sense of purpose, or if I'd wake up and I'd be like, okay, why am I here? You know?
I totally agree, and it stresses me out, but I think last time I kind of came up with an answer in a way, but I honestly don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't remember, then clearly it wasn't.
Then it wasn't that. Yeah.
And
so you don't think you found yours?
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Just a simple answer. I don't know.
You don't know your purpose in
I
life.
don't know.
Would you? And I think I asked you this too, but I was like, is that something you think you should probably try and figure out? Because it's not like something that should stress you out, but it's like, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think you should know what your purpose in life is, and I do think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I don't let it stress me out either.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever come to the point to like find out
Yeah,
what
I'm pretty sure
it is?
it'll come to me, just how it came to you.
Yeah.
But you were thinking about it as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one day I'll just start thinking about it too, and it'll just come to me.
Which I'm saying, like, I feel like it's different for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, it just worked for me the way I came about it. But like, that doesn't mean it'll be the same for you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, it could be that like you just, you're eating at the restaurant with Catherine, and all of a sudden you have like that epiphany of like, whoa,
This is what I want to do. Yeah.
this is why I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're 22, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about being 22, dude? Because I think about it and I'm like, I don't want to be 22. I feel like at 21, and I remember somebody was like, after 21, your birthdays are just kind of like, it just kind of goes downhill. Because it's like, 21, yeah, you're officially legal to do pretty much anything that you want to do.
Yeah. When I was in high school with Marvin in math class, we would just talk and say that like, oh, like we can do so much right now, but like school is just holding us back right now because we have to be here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now so much of our time is wasted in school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we graduated high school,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been what, 3 or 4 years now?
Shit.
It's been 3 years. It's about to be 4 years.
It's about to be 4
Yeah,
years.
it's about to be 4 years in May again. But 3 years have passed and we haven't done crap.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing holding us back except ourselves.
Exactly.
Now I have like zero. That's what scares me. Like I said, I have zero excuse to
Right.
say
Yeah.
this, that. Like I can't be like, oh, it's because I didn't have any money to buy my truck. Then I should just get a second job and save up the money if I really want to buy a truck to start my business.
Yeah.
But if I don't get that second job, it's because it's all on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, like this and that or whatever. It's just all on me.
Right.
So all of it is on me now. And that's just what kind of scared me when I first moved out.
And you have to think about that too, like exactly like you said, you don't want to wait. You don't want another 3 months to go by and you be like, I haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't be able to.
I don't want to let a year go by without me not saying I didn't do anything.
Right. You wouldn't be able to blame anyone.
Except myself.
Exactly, because you were blaming high school, you're blaming your mom. Now you're completely on your own. You don't respond to anyone but yourself.
Exactly.
And it's exactly what you said. People are always constantly making excuses as to why they're not doing something. Oh, well, this, that, like whatever.
I don't have time. I don't have this.
And I told Marvin, I was like, bro, it's never the right time. Just fucking do it. I don't know. I was thinking about that too. I was like, holy crap, this man's 22. He's about to be 23 next year. I can't think of myself being 23, because that's like from 22. That's
23.
That scares me of the fact I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be 22 next year. That's. It's not old. I always say I'm like, oh man, I don't want to get older, but like relatively speaking, we're still young. We're still very, very young.
But I feel like that's a mentality we can't always have.
Right.
Because we're gonna then always think we're young. We're gonna be 28. We're gonna be like, we're still young. We still got our whole 30s to go.
Right.
And we're gonna be like 30, then 40. Then something that Cesar always told me when I used to work with him was that like once you're old, is that's the age that you always want to start doing everything, because you just saw your whole life just fly by, and it's like once you're old you want to start doing stuff, but once you're old you can't really do anything that much anymore.
Yeah.
As in like how we're young right now, we're full of energy, we're strong, you know.
In 5 years, you'll be 27. What do you think you would have accomplished by then? What do you think you want to accomplish by the time you're 27? Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? And all that jazz.
Honestly, if I'm not married by then,
You think you'll be married by then?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
By 27?
27, 28, yeah.
Fuck, man.
Honestly.
That's scary.
And if not, probably like an apartment in Atlanta. Like I said. No, I kind of wanted the apartment by 25, to be honest. In Atlanta. I'm reaching big, but I mean, hopefully.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. Have my business running by 27, 28 for sure. Like just have it running where I can just like watch it, you know? Just watch it, like go. I mean, obviously me still working it, but like just have everything kind of set up, you know?
With these 2 months that we have left remaining of 2018, have you set a goal in mind of like what you want to accomplish by the year's end?
Pay off my debt.
Pay off your debt?
All of it.
By the end of the year?
It's doable, yeah. It's doable if I work my butt off and if I, again, discipline myself.
Yeah.
Discipline myself in going out and driving around to pointless places, buying pointless stuff. If I discipline myself enough to like paying my bills, working hard and stuff, I can do it.
Yeah.
By the time the new year starts, that's when I just want to start saving up money then. Start saving. By then, hopefully, throughout half the year, I have saved enough money to buy a truck, which would be like $5,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 for a truck or whatever, maybe. I just want to see zeros on those credit cards.
Yeah,
honestly. Just zero, like total balance to zero.
I'd love to see that. That'd be awesome.
That would be great, yeah.
That'd really be freaking great. That's always been one of my goals too. I feel like that's.
And I had it at some point. I had zeros on it.
Yeah.
Then I just thought I had the money again.
Right.
I just started splurging off.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
And it feels great when you see those zeros. You feel so relieved. You're like,
I almost like after I'm done paying it off, I honestly kind of want to get rid of it.
I mean, don't get rid of it because you need your credit to work.
I don't want it. You know what I mean?
But in a way, you need it.
I know. I fucking hate America, dude. I fucking hate America.
America runs on credit.
It's dumb as shit. It really does. That's how we get screwed over, though.
Yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Nah. Oh, just one thing that just kind of, I guess it happened yesterday.
What?
I want to start exploring more, like, the outside world.
Oh, like nature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, like, the attractions. Just start going out more. Instead of doing the simple stuff, like, and as far as this, no offense to you guys, but like, as far as doing it with my girlfriend, you know? Going out with her, because I feel like me and her just always do the same simple stuff. Go out to eat, movies.
I think it's always nice being in touch with, like, even, like, I know we're, like, you know, in the back of a fucking store, but, like, even being outside and, like...
It feels good.
The fresh air, like, that's always good for your just
Your
inner
mental
self.
health,
Yeah, your mental health. It's always good to just be outside. Don't go to the fucking zoo. The zoo sucks.
Bro,
I keep telling everybody, do not go to the fucking
Why?
zoo. It's trash. It's a trash
Bro,
zoo.
It's animals.
There's no fucking animals.
Oh my god. Lions?
No, dude. I went one time and I saw a fucking snake, and that's as much as I saw. All the other animals, like in their exhibits, were not there.
Are you serious?
Dead ass. I'm being so serious.
Where were they?
I don't know. That's why I was like, where are the animals at?
Jeez, you probably went the wrong time.
I don't know. Maybe, dude. It was weird.
Oh.
I wish there was a button to like send me back in time, like maybe a year or two ago.
Same. Just reset it.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, fuck that. I don't want to do it all over again. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this shit all over again. I just want to see progress.